Hello, welcome back. I'm Lori Williams. I am a psychic medium, energy healer, animal communicator, and spiritual teacher. And today is day 4 of my how to series. And today we're going to be talking about how to stop overthinking. So, if your brain works anything like mine did, it's go, 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 go all the time. And I hear all the time from my clients of like, I can't, I have ADHD, I can't do this. Guess what? I have ADHD as well, and I am living proof that even the most overactive minds with practice can actually stop overthinking. Now, I'm not going to sit here and sugarcoat it for you and say that, 9.5 years later, I don't overthink anymore. I definitely do. And I don't think the goal here is to completely stop. It's to build awareness of when you're doing it and to have an action plan of what to do instead. So I am a stickler for having more than one action plan. So I'm actually going to give you two different exercises that you can do to help yourself to stop overthinking starting today. So the first one is anything you want to change, you have to have self awareness. You're going to hear me talk about this time and time again. I will preach this to the day that I die. You have to have awareness before you can make any lasting changes. And overthinking is no different. You have to be consciously aware of how you're overthinking in the moments that you're overthinking and just choose to switch it into something else. So, the first exercise is literally is to let yourself off the hook. That's it. And I mean, it takes some practice, don't get me wrong, but it's such a freeing but empowering exercise to be able to do, because what you're doing is as soon as you recognize that you're overthinking, it's like you start telling yourself, okay, I release control of the outcome, or things are going to work out exactly as they're meant to, and my overthinking is not going to help it. Or even just that I don't want to think about that right now. Just telling yourself these things is such a huge, powerful way to shift out of overthinking. Obviously, the first few times you try it, this is not going to necessarily be effective for you. So, my plan B, or my second one, my second exercise is going to come in handy. And I call this like answering the what ifs, meaning, what if that first one doesn't work? Then you have a backup. So, the other exercise would be to have something concrete that you can always come back to think about. Now, come up with this now before you even start trying to change anything. What is going to be your plan B? If that the first exercise doesn't work for you, what is going to be your plan B? So mine was always my kids. They would, typically under most circumstances, they would be a source of happiness. They would make me smile. Now, if I was having some behavioral issues or something like that, I mean, I would probably think of my dog or the cat or something like that, because um, it being a parent isn't always sunshine and rainbows, but that's a whole other different video. Anyway, when I got to a point where if telling myself, uh the the ending or the result is not in my control, or the ending is not in my control, and if that wasn't working for me, I would literally just redirect my focus to my kids of like, oh, I wonder what they're doing today, oh, I wonder, and just making plans after work to go out with them, or to what I was going to do over the summer, or whatever the case may be. So that will bring you like happiness and joy, and to stop you from overthinking, because you're actually forcing your brain to think about something that you want to. So those two exercises will definitely work. They will work for anyone. When it comes to the first exercise, I encourage you to keep practicing it, even if you feel like it's not working for you. And the reason is because it's going to take some time. Your brain is on default to constantly overthink. If that's the way you've been for X amount of years, it's going to take you some time to be able to release that and to be able to pivot that. So, and like I said, the goal isn't necessarily to stop it completely. It's just to have awareness that you can stop it in that moment. I honestly, I could count on one hand now on average of how many times I overthink things, and it's usually on like big things, like big life events. I still will catch myself overthinking. It's not the end of the world. Absolutely not the end of the world. I'm definitely a lot more in control of it than I ever been, and that's all because I've been doing these two exercises for like the last 9.5 years. It's not even something that I have to consciously be aware of anymore. It's just that's my new default programming, and with time, this will become your default programming as well. And that's why I encourage you to keep going with like releasing yourself of like, oh, the outcome is not my responsibility, or things are going to work out as the way that they're meant to. You can even just tell yourself, it is what it is. But don't get angry with yourself when you're catching yourself overthinking. Anger will not help you to heal anything. It will only make things worse. So you just recognize it, be like, oh, okay, cool. I'm overthinking. But why am I overthinking this? I've got no, the outcome is not in my control. It is what it is. It's going to work out exactly the way that it's meant to. I release my thoughts from any attachment to the outcome, whatever it is that works for you, to be able to like pivot your mind into something else. I encourage you to continue doing that, even if it feels like it's not working, because it will take some time. Stick with it. But in the meantime, you also have the second exercise as well. I hope this has been helpful for you. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'll see you back here next time. Until then, take care. Bye for now.